Здорово, здорово, Алексей. Мали Гайсумов, привет, привет, ребят.
The morgue. How appropriate.
Shoot the fuck out! You're dead, scumbag! Get the fuck out of here!
Блин, за такие эффекты вот эти в Макс Пейне вообще просто топчик.
I didn't mind saying goodbye to this place whacked out on meds.
Excuse me if I ain't had enough guns pointed at me without you joining in.
Hey, psst, this way. Up there. Go on. Go, go, go!
You go first.
All right, gentlemen, thank you.
This place looks about as good as any to make a stand.
At least the coroner won't have to go far to go to work.
Like I said, Passo's always had a good sense of humor.
We gotta find a phone. I got a connection in Queens who can help us.
All right.
Spread out! And clear every room before you move on. We don't want to miss these damn fools.
Our SOS was gonna have to wait.
Can't move here, Max! You gotta get up there and take him out! Come on, man, get up there, take him out! He's got all the eggs! He's got a beat on me, man! He's got a fucking beat on me! Coming at me! Okay, let's find that phone. Make a call. There's gotta be a landline in that office, man. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, at least for a little while.
Let me just call somebody, get a little help, and we'll get out of here. Hey, it's me. Look, we really need to get out of New Jersey. Yeah, things are heating up. We got like half the New Jersey mob after us. And a cemetery in Hoboken.
Here I was again, halfway down the world, and still looking at the bodies of women I was supposed to protect. Only difference now is, I didn't understand the language.
Vá pra lá. Tranquilo, pode ficar tranquilo. Fica nessa parede, seu americano de merda. Que porra tá acontecendo aqui? Que merda tá acontecendo aqui?
Haven't you figured out I don't speak your fucking language?
Seu gringo de merda, cala a boca, seu gringo!
That's right, I may be a moron, but here's the thing. I ain't quite as dumb as I seem. It was time to get out of there. Seemed like someone had decided to carry out some impromptu justice on the street life below. I'd failed Rodrigo and I'd failed Fabiana. And that awful nightclub, the stadium, the docks. I'd been given enough chances to make this right, and again I'd blown it. Perhaps this was my punishment from the fates. Keep reliving the same mistakes for all eternity. Get that image of Fabiana out of my head. It was a goddamn war zone. I had to assume Giovanna and Marcelo were out there somewhere. Maybe I still had a chance to get somebody in that family through the day in one
Это
piece.
кто такое? Пашка, чё тут конец близко? Нет, просто скажи мне. Ты же проходил ее.
Place was swarming with cops. They weren't there for me, as far as I could tell. And I'd blundered my way into enough clusterfucks for one day. If these fools could buy me some time, I might have a chance to get to Marcelo and Giovanna before somebody put a bullet in their heads too.
Патрона вы рофлите, а как, блин, пройти к этим чудикам? Понятно. Середина. Жестко.
Giovanna and Marcelo were still alive, but I didn't hold out much hope they'd stay that way for long. I'd already lost the ransom money, got the hostage killed, and I was only just getting started. This was turning into another fine example of private security work. I'd heard about these raids. Rent-a-thugs in body armor sending a message to the poor that the cops are still in charge. When they hit the favelas, they came in hard and fast. Anyone was fair game, as I was about to find out. I'd seen that number before. Were these the same bloodthirsty motherfuckers that showed up after the shootout at the party? The odds of me getting out of there alive, let alone Giovanna and Marcello, were narrowing with every passing second.
Здорово, здорово, привет, Вань. Чё, как дела?
was still alive, and still not all that happy about it. Why did the easy way out never come? Maybe I thought I didn't deserve it.
Você tá me tirando, porra! Alguma coisa, seu filho da puta!
Да уж, кинематографичность этой игры просто зашкаливает.
Man, I was guessing these guys didn't spend their spare time studying the Geneva Convention. Jesus Christ, these bastards weren't playing games. These were the same paramilitary cops I had seen executing fools after the failed kidnapping at the party. Nasty business. If these were the guys De Silva was worried about, maybe he had a point. Yes, this was definitely them. Jesus Christ, these bastards made the NYPD look like the Hare Krishnas. I couldn't make much sense of what I was seeing, but I had the feeling it wasn't that strange for anyone else. I had no option but to take the scenic route. These charmers weren't there to make a couple of arrests. They were bussing them out by the dozen. But who was I to cast judgment on proper police procedure and justifiable use of force?
Show! Essa puta aqui! Traz essa puta aí! Não posso esperar pra sair daqui. História de merda. Nunca aprende a lição.
Да я даже не знаю, Вань, что тебе сказать по этому поводу. Просто не было. Просто не стрим. Блин, ну почему я опять свой слово похерил? За вода, но я где-то уже был там на воде, там что-то там какие-то катера стрелял, что-то такое было, короче.
It seemed like as good a place as any to lie low and get my bearings.
Здорово, бананчик.
Problem was, some other fine gentleman had the same idea. I'd gone from out of luck to unarmed and shit out of luck. Another reminder, not that I needed one, that any low point can always go lower, as my new friends were about to find out. It was Sao Paulo's finest and a busload of lucky winners they'd picked out earlier. I decided I might as well follow them. I was lost, they were going somewhere, and it was the closest I was going to get to a plan. Where were they taking them? Did they have Marcelo and Giovanna? Was this just an average favela raid or something more? When all you're left with is questions, I guess your only option is to go with your gut. And my gut was telling me that band of merry men would lead me to some answers. Answers I'd soon wish I'd never received. What was going on here? They looked like the same paramilitaries from the stadium in office attacks. Something felt wrong. In fact, everything felt wrong. Anytime those guys decided to join the party, you could be sure it wasn't gonna end in a piñata and a slice of cake. What the fuck was this? The vigilantes doing an exchange with the death squad cops? Were they buying people? What the hell for? None of this made too much sense. These two were serious operatives. One was a band of hired killers and the other supposed to keep the peace. Yet they were doing deals. Now I had to find Giovanna and Marcelo. Without a better plan, I thought I'd better follow this bastard.
Não faz isso não, viu? Por favor, não faz isso não. Vamos acabar com essa porra. Cala a boca, sua puta. Vem pra cá.
Here was Giovanna and Marcelo.
Не знаю, у меня так-то есть пятая года. Может, когда-нибудь постримлю.
Marcelo!
Минус Марсело просто.
Filho da puta! Você tá fudido, gringo!
You bastard.
Найс заблокировал просто. А чё за херь, ну? А, то есть кнопка, которую нужно нажимать.
Agora acabou, cuzão! Você devia ter ficado nos Estados Unidos!
А чё за херь, блядь? Ну я нажимаю.
Manda lembrança pro branco, caralho!
Я ни хера не понимаю. Я нажимаю кнопку, но... Блять, а какого хуя? Ну я нажимаю левый Ctrl, ну алло. Так. Не, ну на самом деле я как бы все это время тоже нажимал всю эту херь.
Gonna be okay. No, 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 you don't want to do that. Come on.
Марсело уже все хорошо.
Go, 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 go. Why did they do that to Marcelo?
It's a legendary gang way of killing people.
These are no ordinary street gang.
I guess they want people to think they are. With this, they can justify the killings of today and the people they took.
Shh. Quem fez isso? Foi um americano. Foi? Foi?
He's blaming you for the death of his friend.
Porra de americano. Cusão morre, porra. Caralho. Contra ele. Mata ele. Pode deixar, eu mato.
Лежат, чилятся.
After a couple of hours of lying and shit, you learn to appreciate what you've got. And right now, all we had was each other. I was a wreck, and Giovanna, well, I knew what she'd seen no amount of drugs or therapy could erase. That kind of pain follows you around forever. The constant shadow of a wasted life. The poor girl had been through enough. We had to find a way out of there. Giovanna was calling Passos. I didn't know if this was a good place to hide or not. When half the local police force and a crew of paramilitary psychopaths want to send you upstairs, I reasoned the crowd was as good a place as any. At least when we got shot. Maybe some kind soul would take a video and put it on the internet.
Let's go. I just saw a couple looking at me.
All right,
Passos said there's a good place to hide in the back.
just try to stay calm. Come on. You okay?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ну, пасус, да, чё такого? Сейчас я ее там в кусты отведу на пасос. Один пасос. Пойдем дальше.
That's a girl. Here, come on. This way. In here.
Ты чё ее тошнит?
Try to stay
Собаку.
calm, right? I know this is fucked up.
I'm pretty calm. I'm also pregnant.
Да, она беременна. Блять, так и думаю.
Миха,
Ну, если чё, это не я.
Passos, you call me.
Серьезно. Это
We
пасос.
just want to live
От
somewhere
пасоса не
away from
беременеют.
this shit.
I understand. I wanted that too, a long time ago.
What happened?
Just didn't work out that way.
Sorry to hear that.
Maybe things will be different. For you two, I mean. Passos is a lucky guy. Shh.
Já, chefe.
I don't think these guys are here for your baby shower. Get down. Stay out of sight.
Disperse e procure por toda parte. Temos que achar a menina e o americano também.
Tá bom.
Ok, chefe. Atacar! Vamos fazer aqui! Puta que pariu!
А кто стреляет? Ёпта. Блять, баба, ты такая дура, ну куда ты бежишь?
Just calm down, I said.
Calm down! Are you out of your mind?
Vamos ver esse filho da puta! Vamos pegar eles, lá!
They're going to kill us!
Giovanna, just wait there. I'll just be here soon.
There isn't going to be a soon if we stay here. We have to move.
Giovanna, get down!
Oh, man! No! No! Oh, my God!
think we can get out this way?
You okay?
Yeah.
Here, quick. Climb under here. And open the gate from the other side. Quick! Stay right here while I check it out. Make sure you stay out of sight.
I can't do this!
Você tá procurando quem? Aí, o americano pra baixo. Você tá esperando o quê? Eu não consigo. E você? Porra, cobertura! Tudo bem? Porra do caralho! Lá vai!
Ой, хаешка.
A gente sabe o que quiser. Você está seguro? Pode seguir!
Воу-воу-воу-воу. Не самое надежное, по-моему, укрытие.
Eu mesmo vou dar um fim em você! Me dê cobertura! Eu vou te matar!
Short of riding in on a parade float, we couldn't have made our arrival more obvious. We had to hide someplace out of the open. I needed to get to my unhappy
Жахнул,
place.
Роман, жахнул.
I had to get this poor girl out of there.
Oh my god. Max,
Come on.
what's going on? What's going on?
I don't know, but we gotta get the hell out of here. Let's go.
We're not going to make it, are we?
We'll be fine. We just gotta lay low till Passos gets here. This wasn't looking good. What the hell were Giovanna and Marcelo thinking going in there by themselves? Guess their plan was no more idiotic than mine, and I couldn't really fault them for losing faith in the Broncos security detail. Just check this. We need to get out of the open. A barely recovering alcoholic and an unarmed pregnant woman. We were hardly a SEAL team. I put our life expectancy at 5 minutes.
Hey,
If we were lucky.
if you can lift me up there, I'll see if I can lower it down.
All right. Ready. Go. You got it? Giovanna was a brave girl. She wasn't giving up. And I guess that meant neither could I. Well done.
De nada.
Stay close and keep quiet. God damn it!
Estão em cima da sacada! Mete fogo!
Oh, no, get down!
Mete bala nele!
Yeah, boy. Просто минус челик.
What now? There's no
Да
way
что
down!
такое?
Hold on! Can you get through to that next room?
Yes, I think so.
Well, that may be our best bet. Go on, I'll meet you there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll find a way through. Just stay quiet and keep down. I was getting good at this.
Max! 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 I can't see a way down here either!
There has to be something.
mata, mata, mata! Pega! Ali! Senta agora! Não tem cobertura! Vamos pra cima dele! Isso não é brincadeira! Atira nele, porra! Vai se fuder!
Они, конечно, роскошно придумали. Я что, умер?
Tá lá, menina! Vem!
Ah! Max! There's still more up here!
Must be a way to drop those stairs down.
Wait a second. I'm going to try something.
Good.
Я не помню, какого хрена постоянно выкидывает оружие. Зачем? Постоянно надо, короче, под...
Come on. Let's get the hell away from here. Go on. It's okay. I'm right behind you.
There's someone down there.
Hey, gringo! Ok, tô no controle. Pensa rápido!
You lunatic!
Podemos matar! Avançar todo mundo!
Нормально, я спиной стою и вешаю голову.
Why are they doing this, Max? This is so fucked up!
Our day had started with us hiding in filth, and got progressively worse. My luck was running true to form. Or rather, I was running true to form.
Ну, это банда, по-любому.
Come on, Max! Bastos is never going to find us in here!
Should we wait here for Bastos?
No, it's not safe enough. Come on. Damn it.
Max!
Quiet!
You're the one breaking in.
No, you're the one breaking in. Come on. Get your leg up. Ready? Got it? Open the door.
Shh. Listen, listen.
stay here.
Ну, понятно, короче.
Oh my god, you're one of them?
Какая цирка в руке.
Mete bala dentro! Atira com continuando! Mete fogo nele! Me dá cobertura! Vai em frente! Você tem tempo! Acabou a brincadeira, porra! Caralho! Busca cobertura! Mudaram de posição! Me dê cobertura!
Make sure there's no more of them.
Wishful thinking. Maybe there was a security switch somewhere.
Bastards could have arrived already. We've got to get out of this place.
Acabou os esconde, sua putinha de merda! Dá condolência pra sua família!
I'm here. It's okay.
Да я не знаю. Давай попробуем. Нет, наверное. По-любому нельзя.
Ever driven a bus before?
Of course I haven't.
Ever shot anybody?
No.
Well, it's drive or shoot, sister. And right now, I reckon I'll be better at the shooting. Come on, you can do this. All right, now listen to me. When I give you the word, I want you to slam it into gear, full on the gas, and drive us the hell out of here.
What?
Just drive the fucking thing straight and keep on going. Relax. You can do this. Ready? Go.
I can't control this thing.
You're doing fine.
Oh my god.
Try to stay calm. Keep going.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just keep your foot on the gas.
Cuidado. What's that?
Careful. Try to keep us straight.
Sorry. No, no. Oh no. Ah! Max.
Yeah, I see it.
No, no. What's that?
Try to stay calm.
I can't
Drive!
Пасос, наконец-то пасос.
Hold on!
Чё смотрю? Ну типа кинчик или чё?
We're okay. We're okay. You good?
Yes.
That's a handy piece of driving. We gotta get out of here. Quick. Son of a bitch. Quick. Come on. Giovanna, go. I need you to get up to the roof of this building and get the Passos. Tell them to wait for me. Now go. Jump. Go.
Да, эта баба постоянно стонет.
I was just about to run to the roof when my savior and friend, the man whose unborn child I had just killed for, decided to leave without me.
Boy, Max! Get in! Quick!
Что? Пустая машина? Окей. Это
I
был
can't
мобиль?
believe that bastard just flew off on me. After everything we've been through, I saved his girlfriend's life.
Who? Raul Passos?
Yeah, Raul Passos.
Рауль Пасос.
Yeah, I know. I thought you guys were very close.
We were.
Well, you know what? I did a background check.
Jesus.
I mean, I thought the two of you worked for Rodrigo Branco.
Yeah, so?
So? Did you get paid by Victor?
Victor, no.
Well, Raul Passos did. 6 times. Dating back to a few months before you turned up. He even paid for a ticket for him to go to New York.
Why?
I don't know, my guess is to meet you.
But why?
I don't know, maybe he liked you. Maybe he thought you needed a break.
That's funny.
I don't know, maybe he wanted some dumb gringo to come down here to shoot things up and maybe to take the watch for Rodrigo when he got shot.
I don't believe that.
Why? Because you're not a dumb gringo? Or because you are?
You know, I have no fucking clue anymore.
Okay. Let me ask you something.
What?
Well, what is it that you really thought that you were doing down there in Panama? Hmm? And don't tell me you're so naive as to think you were just down there guarding a woman.
I didn't know what to say. I had been so loaded in Panama, I could scarcely remember my own name. I know things had got real heavy.
Что вообще четко.
Panama had been my second job with Passos.
Hey, Max! Max! Come on!
The first had been easy. Money for banging waitresses at some fancy wedding in the Caribbean. This seemed like another easy gig. It was the middle of the day, and like any self-respecting idiot, I was half cut.
No, son, nothing like doing some good blows, some good friends on a boat. Daphne! Come here, I love this one.
Marcello, you're going to be the death of me. Alfredo Morchan.
Sure beats New Jersey, huh, Max?
Some ways.
Hey, come on, it's awesome!
Yeah. Everybody's drunk and tanned and listening to house music. Most of them have plastic surgery and they're all doing blow. I guess it is kind of like Jersey, huh?
That's very funny, Max. Hey, Saúde!
Oh. I gotta quit drinking so much. I'll give myself serious liver damage.
Yeah, big deal. You can always get a new one. Relax.
I hope you're not drinking on the job, gentlemen. Kidding, I hope you are. Just stay off the yayo, I don't have enough to share. I'm kidding again. Oh, Mikey. Even though we just met, I feel like we are good friends, you know? I feel like safe with you guys. Know that, like real safe.
Ну да.
That's great.
Yeah, and I love New York. The East Hamptons, do you know it?
Not really. I spent my honeymoon in Montauk.
Oh, where's that?
It's just down the road.
Whatever. Last time I was there, I got so wasted, I nearly shit myself. I didn't know you were married.
Yeah, well, my wife passed away.
Good. No, not good. Bad. Real bad. But good because now I can get you laid a lot. It is great to be single, hey? I love a woman. She's with another and she doesn't want to know it. Fuck her. I mean, could you believe that shit?
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm going to go to speak to Felipe. Felipe! You crazy crackhead, lay off the yayo, hey? Pasos. Walk with me.
Yeah.
What's the deal with this guy, eh? He's kind of stuck up.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, sure, tá bom, but have him smile a bit more, you know? Because life is good! Where's the truck?
It's coming. Hey, soon.
Pasos.
Yeah.
I gotta go lay down.
Okay.
Нормально его так походу штырило. Вот это вертолеты у типа начинаются. Да не, ничего, набухались, проспались. Встаем, время 00:00. Шо, опять? Ну давай. Па.
¡Encontré a uno de ellos!
Трудно.
dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream. That sort of bullshit. The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS.
Да я что-то вообще не замедляю.
It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour. The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully. Fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender.
Так, Паш, не надо, окей? Спойлеры.
Move, Max. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. Come on, Max.
Да, давай, Макс. Где еще один? Один
There
закрутил.
wasn't much air left.
Воу. Это что такое? А, типа я сдох? Нормально.
Fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move, Max. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference.
Блин, ну вот же краны. Чё, не? Не то? Блять, а хп-то отнимается.
My vision was going. Shut it down.
Ой, блядь.
Fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
Воу. Откуда вот он взялся вообще? Сучий потрох, блядь.
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed.
А ХП? ХП-то нет.
I couldn't just pretend my friends weren't there.
Понятно.
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed. While I'd been dead to the world, some of my shipmates were just plain dead. Where had they taken them?
¡Retírense, mis camaradas! ¡Rápido! ¡Rápido! ¡A tu madre! ¡Prepárese para morir, gringo! ¡Ay, mi madre! ¡Camaradas! ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Qué dolor!
It was a different scene than the one I'd stumbled away from. Where was everyone? I still didn't know what the hell happened. I didn't like to think what was behind the door. The guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then that this was no ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had attracted the sharks.
Здорово, Денчик, привет.
Whatever they were looking for appeared to be gone.
Сейчас меня самым, короче, первым выстрелом, походу, сбреют. Это макушечка ХП осталось, нет нигде болика.
Daphne Bernstein, a recent divorcee, making the most of her considerable settlement, and Marcella was making the most of her. I don't want to think about it.
Ой, блядь, пришли, сука, пидоры эти твичевские, ебать. Съебитесь, пошли нахуй, ебать. Да, только, блядь, мамка и кот смотрят.
The boat was well appointed.
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel! ¡Vení para acá! ¿Qué es?
Ты что тут, ебать, срать сел, что ли, блядь?
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for?
сдохни, блядь. Блин, вроде было хп или нет? Так прикольно падают. Сука, ты умер? Умер, блядь? Нет? Чмошник, блядь. Ну ты ж пизданулся уже как дохлый, блядь. Опять все хп мне, короче, растрекали. Блядь, вы вообще умираете? Нет? Какой меткий перчик. Умер, нет? Что-то там стоит, танцует. Та! Ща!
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out.
Хочу. Да. Да. Здорово, здорово, Денчик, привет. Я поздоровался с тобой. Хера. А, ёпты, тут же спрятаться можно. Все. Блять, отъебись.
I had to save some valuables.
Что ты там крепишь, чмошник? Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу, пацаны. Раз. Что? Что-то он приуныл, по-моему. трошки. Что тут у нас? Гель, читай, показывай, личка.
Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the... I spotted Passos and Marcelo. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad. Hey, Passos! At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne. Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah.
See, I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
Through here.
I didn't realize you knew your way around here. They were using that building to get across the canal. Some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Так, ребят, я на секунду отойду. На пару минут буквально. И вернусь. Так, я вернулся. А чё там этот Паса стреляет? Нет? Как у него дела вообще? У меня потрошки заканчиваются.
There's gotta be a reason why they're going across the canal.
Посос, ты чё сидишь там, посос? Сейчас пососим мы с тобой. Поешь. Или что это было? И ХП, короче. Бам.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Come on, I don't know how much time we have. I'm moving. Go. Hit the tanker.
То есть ты думаешь, их надо рошануть? Ну чё, погнали? Ёбаный в рот, блядь. Такой себе раш. И чё-то я, короче... Я, наверное, плавать сейчас буду. Я умею плавать. Мёртв.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. Come on!
Почему я не попадаю? Окей.
We can get across up top.
Goes.
Воу. Минус пасос. Мертв, да? Миссия провалена.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. Gotta be a reason why they're going across the canal.
Это что такое? А, это я его набил. Ну, сорян, пососу. Раз, два, три, 4. Пропускаем. Раз, два, три. Ну. Пошли, посос, пошли. Воу, а это что за ствол такой? Наконец-то пососик жив, не пососил.
What I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
¡Suélteme, gringo loco!
Все. Здорово, Ван. Да, выходной. Какой хитрец. Спрятался. Завтра первый день ночи. Что-то ты неправильно думал. В смысле пись-пись?
My own private welcoming party.
Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. Какой ты, блядь, хитрый нахуй. Просто хитрец. Блядь. Это что за челик? Ой-ой-ой-ой. Бам! Блядь, не попал. Ну, попал. О, а как это он сделал?
I blocked out all my questions. All I thought about was getting to Daphne Bernstein before it was too late.
Нормально там трупов.
Jesus Christ.
Где паса сделался?
Fuck, man. This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you think you were really doing in Panama?
I was drinking.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know. I was told it was people who disliked Daphne Bernstein, something about an unpleasant divorce.
Her ex-husband worked on Wall Street. Do you think he has easy access to Panamanian death squads?
Guess I didn't really think about it.
You were smuggling something, weren't you?
No. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't think too much about it, but yes, Marcelo did drive off with something. I don't know what. I didn't see him until we got to Brazil a week or so later.
I think it was money. I think Marcelo and Victor have a friendly banker there in Panama. Your little cruise was to deliver the cash to him because there it's easier to launder.
But I thought the Broncos were rich.
Rodrigo's rich. The other two, they live well, but they don't have real money. Victor's campaigns were always financed by his brother. That is the way among certain rich families there. The eldest brother's the king. You know, he gets everything. The other two, not so much.
And now Rodrigo's dead.
Exactly. And Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Well, Passos is a bum ex-cop. He failed in America, failed in São Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but if...
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a drive, Max.
Ладно, Вован, давай покатаемся.
Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident at the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
They did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Caixa Preto?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops, the cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you
Ну
see
да,
that building
играл.
there?
А чё?
Imperial Palace Hotel.
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there in large groups under armed guard. But it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint? Get a warrant.
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying. Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement.
Почему ты так решил?
I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. A couple of gunshots would sound like I'd walked in here with a goddamn marching band. It wasn't pretty, but I guess none of what was about to happen was gonna be. It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Шочки с людьми горят. Ну я такой же ЧСВ нытик, поэтому чё, все свои, нормально.
You can't unsee something, but you can dull the effect. Oofe. Was there anything they didn't have a grubby hand in? A few days earlier, I'd have called it a coincidence, but I'd written off too many of those already. The Imperial Palace Hotel was a five-star bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
Você não tá fazendo nada, tô fazendo tudo sozinho.
Como é que eu não tô pegando nada, rapaz? Tô trabalhando aqui, ficando de olho e tô escutando você reclamar.
Ó, porra! Você tá esperando o quê? Atira nele! Ai! Meu
Нормально, короче, ёбнул с гранатомета просто под себя.
Mesma coisa. O quê? Você não tá fazendo...
Ali! Abre fogo, abre fogo! Abre o fogo!
Телепорт уже отправил Вова. Я думал, ты уже репорт отправил. А, профиль 7. Окей. А, ну конечно. Открывай. Ты видел ВХшник? Он на префе на меня вышел. Это по-любому у тебя ВХ. Воу, пацаны, тихо. Да нихуя он не мог слышать, блядь.
I hadn't slept in days. I needed something to keep me going. I needed to find a way upstairs. Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall.
Что это за ствол? Кулемет.
De Silva and I had the same fan club. I knew enough and he knew too much. We'd both become targets.
Видишь, опять на префе, но я шифтил. А, может вот эту херь надо взорвать? Точно.
I knew this thing
Ну,
was
походу,
bigger
да.
than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man. Ufe. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusha Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. De Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get.
Бля, где он РПК уже проебал, блядь?
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare.
Пиздоглазый какой-то.
Whatever hell this was De Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
Пау! 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 Что-то я как-то... Что, типа укрытия нет или что?
This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now.
Ну а что делать? Бывает же, много убиваешь. Что это за поварешка тут?
What the fuck is going on here?
How much do you want?
What have you been doing?
I am a doctor. I help people.
What have you been doing here?
It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been doing?
I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please.
Caralho! Caralho!
Espera, espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho.
Тут колбаски, наверное, делал. Из мяса натурального.
Não, não. Por favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata. Não, não. Pelo amor de Deus.
E aí, doutor?
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in. Even I could guess what Demolisão meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. They had a fucking arsenal in here. It was time to bring this little hellhole to the ground, so I decided to put some of their C4 to good use.
Да я на распродаже, короче, купил. Прям в стиме там. Чаты.
When you find yourself in hell, dance with the devil.
Вот этот стол мне понравился. Так, а куда-то еще, наверное, надо взрывчатку установить.
I had to hurry up before more of those assholes showed up.
My time, but this was something else.
Игры, программы,
These vermin had gone into a place where life was cheap and found a way to get rich off it. I just wanted to finish this and get far away from here. But then, true to form, more of the rats come out of their holes.
Ninguém sai desse prédio até esse cara tá morto.
Ну башка же, башка, блядь. Ну это бред вообще полный.
At least my visitors have been kind enough to
Дал
leave the
типа
gate open.
голову. Ой. Вот это мне не нравится. Нравится. Этот ствол определенно нет. Херачит. Откуда вы пришли?
Any time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now.
Отсюда начинать. Сколько там стрим уже идет? Наверное, пора заканчивать. О, как раз ровно 2 часа. Ладно, все, отлично. Так, спасибо всем, кто зашел. Давайте, всем пока, удачи. Я погнал, короче.